everyone to another edition of GPL 357 where we are a few degrees short of a full circle. It's been a big week and we've got a big panel in front of us. On my right, our regular co-host so far this year, the celebrity couple himself and bugler enemy, Darren Carroll. Hello Darren. Good to see. And on our left, making his return to the panel, the man behind the bar, Scotty. G'day Scotty.
G'day Tone. G'day listeners.
Buoyed no doubt by the magnificent work by the cricket team over in India yesterday getting their draw. As we'll do always, a few reviews of last week. We'll also go out and have a look for some lost degrees out on the course. We're going to talk about who's impressed you guys so far this season, then we'll do the tips for round two. So we'll start, and I'll start with the first review, and I'll kick it off with your team, the Mighty Corruptibles, against the All Night Chemists. And the Corruptibles, 185, were magnificent. Highest scoring round, equal with the Buglers against the Chemists, who had 177, who were very good. They seem to be bringing out the best in their opponents, the Chemists, that they need to keep the faith, and the drafting special of Brian Neal being magnificent for the Corruptibles, a high score and getting the Corruptibles home. Who have you got there, Scotty?
I've got the Tridents and the Surats. Had a bit of a surprise this week with the Surats getting over the top. The Tridents, I thought after round one, looked like the Surats were going to continue their lack of numbers, but they all came out to play on Saturday with Billy Fuller leading the charge with 44 points. Great win for the Surats.
It was a great win, actually. Really good win.
Yeah, I've got the first draw of the season. F Troop and the Gunners on 174. F Troop missing the Sparvalis brothers, which could have been a point of difference, I think, at the end of the day there. Perfect conditions for golf. 174, touch low considering the other scores on the day, but one of those ones where you have a draw. Both teams are thinking they could probably. There's 11 guys thinking they could hold one more putt. But you take the 2 points and just keep accumulating them for the rest of the season.
Exactly, they're both sitting one win and one draw, so no real damage done for both of them there. It was a beautiful day up there, and I did take the time to go out and onto the course to see if I could find some lost degrees, and it is amazing what you find.
Danny McKenzie making his debut for the Wanderers today after taking the Summer GPL by storm. How's the form so far? You have 2 holes. You're showing
2 holes in, 1 bogey, 1 birdie.
First birdie of the season. That's magnificent.
2 holes in, more to come.
Oh, I hope so. No worries, Danny. Welcome. Well played. The defending Premier's captain, 7 mate, busted your handicap.
37, but I was very proud of my vice captain, Greg McLeod, Scrapper McLeod. 41 points. Held it together all the way through. So
it's magnificent.
Very
That's
pleased.
Tremendous work. This should get you close to victory, I reckon.
I hope so.
Someone having his debut today, Billy Ryan out here for the old Sewer Rats. How are you travelling?
Yeah, 2 back, mate. 2 back.
2 back. You might need to just go 2 forward.
9 holes left out there, mate. We'll get them back.
Beautiful.
We'll get them back.
Good to see, mate. When are you getting your pink shirt?
I don't know. I think I saw Simon out there. Hopefully in the next week or so, mate. I'll be glad to wear it.
You're looking forward
Proud
to
wear
it. No worries, mate. See you, bud.
Thanks, guys.
Well, it's raining holes in one, and here he is, the great man. The president's had a hole in one for the Ferrets.
Now, I got to tell you, I used the same club on this hole, and it didn't work.
That is magnificent. First one?
Go Ferrets. No, third, I think.
Third one. That's
Something like that.
sensational.
I've sent a message
You've got
to
a bit
Ian
of a
Toll.
portrait.
I've sent a message to Ian Toll telling him about it, and he says, well done. You only need 19 more to catch up to the Scottish schoolboy champion.
Well done, Gory.
Thanks.
Here we've got Sophie Thompson. Now, Sophie, how's the old man handling the first round, his debut in GPL?
First round, not so good.
Oh.
It's been, wipe. 5-1, wipe. 5-1, 5-1, 4-1.
Oh.
Yeah, not that great.
Oh, well, he'll get better, I've no doubt.
Sophie, handing some fairly brutal honesty with her feedback there. How did Dan go with his Wolfpack?
It's always good to have leading teams with your own kids, isn't it, Dan? So, look, unfortunately, the Wolfpack, second loss in a row. Not a great start to the season. Missing Chris Page, one of their important cogs in their wheel. He's a guy that's generally reliable for that 36. But against the Wanderers, Chris Sadinas played well, 181, good solid score. And you just had to get 180 to get a win on the board, I think, on the weekend with the conditions. But Wolfpack 0-2, they've got a bit of work to do.
Yeah, they certainly do. Well, I had the blockbuster that gave everything. It's not often that a match will live up to the hype, but this certainly did. The Buglers and the Wally World have met twice in grand finals before and have split them one apiece, and whenever they play, they do play well, and this was no different. Wally World 183 in the morning, were feeling very comfortable around table 8. However, the Buglers got it done in the afternoon, and Wayne Game really, in his first game, showed that he could rescue the Buglers. 185-183 was a cracking match and a well-deserved win for the Bugs. How about you, Scotty?
I had the Wood Ducks and the Phoenix missing one George Megaloudis who was missing in action, so to speak. Very disappointing, but anyway, it was probably a costly absence because they lost by 2 points to the Wood Ducks, who copped the absolute caning, I believe, in the last GPL show by you two gentlemen to my right, which I don't think was fair.
They were disappointing, no doubt.
That's all right, but you should.
All positive feedback, Scotty.
All positive.
Clearly it worked, they took it on board and they got a win.
Positive.
They obviously took it on board and they've come away with a win.
Good win to the Wood Ducks, 180. They did need it after a disappointing round 1, but yes.
In George's defence, I must admit, I doubt he would have made a difference anyway. We've got 2 more reviews. Darren, who have you got next?
Yes, okay, I've got the Tunners, so it's good to have the number 1 ticket holder for the Tunners here on the table with us. Tunners against the Back 9 Mafia in the close one. Back 9 Mafia got up, the defending champions pulled the win out here, 181 to 178, so just one of those games that could have gone either way, both teams fairly evenly matched, but the Back 9 Mafia just slightly too strong on the day.
Yeah, I reckon it's good to get your first win as defending premiers, to get a little bit of pressure off. What about you, Scotty?
I had the team that I feel was going to improve this year, Ferrets and versus the Vultures. Vultures very disappointing. Got knocked out of the knockout with the 166, and Ferrets just too good. David Gore with a brilliant hole in 1 on the 9th, and I think the Ferrets going to be tough to beat this year.
Yeah, well, talking of that, there's no 100-game players, so we will have a bit of a chat about who's impressed you the most so far. Scotty, behind the bar, what have you been seeing?
Yeah, it's been interesting. I think, look, I'm probably people wouldn't think I'm going the option. I think the Buglers, it was a big win on Saturday, knowing that they had a big score to chase, and they chased it down very well on Saturday. I think the Buglers have been, look, they are normally a very consistent side, so it doesn't surprise me. Also, I think that number 2 side, the Ferrets, have been very impressive. I thought they were going to be good this year, and they haven't disappointed me so far.
Yeah, it's very true, DC. Who's captured your eye?
Oh, well, Ferrets obviously with their 2 wins to start the season, just polar opposite to last year. But I think even just looking at the overall competition, when you look at the ladder, there's only 3 or 4 teams that haven't won a game this year after 2 rounds. So it's the evenness of the competition is impressing me. So maybe the handicapping system's working.
Yeah, well, Murray probably was very happy to hear that fellow corruptible. I must admit, to me, the table does tell a bit of lie. The Chemists down there at 15th spot, but they have been impressive. They've drawn the best score out of their opponents for the round in the first 2 rounds. So if they keep the faith, I'm sure they'll be able to do some damage later on in the season and get themselves back on track.
Second last impression, yes.
Yeah, well, I'm easily impressed. The Lions got second last year. I'm very impressed with them. So we'll move on to round 3. It's a critical round for those 4 teams in 13th to 16th that are looking for their first win. And F Troop against the Phoenix is their first game. This is a good tussle. Both teams have had 1-1, and I think F Troop are going well. I wouldn't be surprised if the Velas boys will be back this week, and I think that's going to make a difference. F Troop in a close one.
Yeah, I'll go with close. I'll agree with you on that. I think the Phoenix maybe just by a couple of points.
I'm going to start my year well for the F Troop boys. Going Phoenix.
They all know that. Tridents versus Wallabelle, clearly 2 massive teams over the course of the 10 years. I think Wally World will be steeled by what happened last week. They've been good so far this year, and I reckon they'll be just a little bit too good for the Tridents.
Yeah, I think both their scores have been over 180, haven't they? So, Wally World for mine. Again, another close one. This is going to be a round. I think there's going to be a lot of close games.
I'm going to go Wally World, but I think it might be a bit more convincing. I think the Tridents they haven't been too impressive the first couple of weeks. So I think Wally World easy.
You might hear about that about 3:30 on Saturday. Wood Ducks versus the Chemists, the battle of the youth. They both drafted and gone to the Fountain of Youth. And look, I reckon the Chemists, if they continue, they're going to break through eventually. And I think another strong score from the Chemists this week should get them the chocolates.
Well, it's almost a season-defining game for them. As you say, the first two games they've played great and lost. If they go 0-3, you can easily see the bottom falling out of the sky for them. So, a must-win game for the Chemists. I think they might just get up because of that.
Well, Ducks for me.
Buglers versus Corruptibles is a massive game for you, Darren. Shooting a few barbs at the Buglers last week, and I think they watched and I think they remember well. This is really important. I think this is going to be very close. There'll be a lot of heat out there. I reckon you guys might rise to the occasion. I'm expecting a close, but I would call this an upset win for the Corruptibles.
This is probably the first time you've ever picked the Corruptibles since I've been in the team.
That shows you how much he respects the Buglers.
Yeah, well, fair to say I got some feedback from the last couple of shows. Not all of it positive. I didn't realise anybody watched the show. So, look, I think we can win. I mean, look, the fact we've got a few new players and they're very keen and that some of them played well last week. Look, the Buglers are a strong team, no doubt, but I think on Saturday we'll be that bit stronger.
Okay.
Buglers.
You're not falling into that. Tunners versus the Gummers. The Gummers are back. They had an off year last year, I reckon. They've proven themselves very handy so far. The Tunners, I think, really need this victory, and I think the Tunners will lift in a close one again against the Gummers.
Yeah, Gummers, led by the McCarthy father and son duo, have played pretty good to start the season. But you're right, the Tunners sitting down there in 13th spot do need this one. So again, hopefully they get back Darren Steele and Paul Dusky, two low markers where they need a couple of scores from. And if that's the case, I see the Tunners pulling this one out.
Yeah, I think the Tunners have been, like you said about the All-Night Chemists, they've actually, I think round one was a bit disappointing, but round two they actually played quite well and just missed down a victory. So I think the Tunners this week to bounce back.
Bounce back. Wanderers against the Surats. Wanderers getting it done early. 2 wins in the first 2 games. The Surats getting some momentum. I think this once again will be a close one. If the Surats turn up, they'll be hard to beat, and that's why I'm picking the Wanderers.
Yeah, well, I did tip Surats for top 4 this season, so I guess I've got to stick by them most weeks. Hopefully the captain fires a shot this week and gets them over the line.
Sledging out. Oh, you're sledging a lot of the bar people. Yeah.
So they don't come down the shop.
Surats for me, I think. Look, if they the big issue is showing up, and hopefully they've addressed that problem this year. Hopefully, if they turn up this week, I can't see the Wanderers getting beaten. They are playing Wanderers, aren't they?
They are playing the Wanderers. The next match, Vultures versus Wolfpack. One of these two will walk away with their first win of the season, and the others will be staring into a fairly long tunnel. I think the Wolfpack, they've got enough low markers. I think they may just get up over the Wanderers, over the Vultures, in a close one.
Yeah, I think if both teams turn up with all 11 players on the day, Wolfpack looks a bit stronger on paper, so I'll go with Wolfpack as well.
Draw.
And finally, the last match is another cracker. The Ferrets up against the defending champions, the Back Nine Mafia. This is really going to be a close match, I'd say. I'll only be going for the Ferrets because they've got some momentum. I think they've been the best team in the comp really over the end of last year, and so the Ferrets once again just.
Yeah, well, it's a massive chance for them to make a statement and knock off the defending champs. But I do like the Ferrets, but the Back Nine Mafia impressed me last week, pulling that win out of the fire. So they might just eke out another one in a close one this week.
Yeah, it's a tight win for the Back Nine Mafia last week. Looking at the scores, yeah, tough one. I think the Ferrets, as I said, I'm very bullish about the Ferrets, so I think I'll stick with them.
No worries. Well, it should be interesting. There's some really good matchups coming this week, and some seasons already on the line. The teams that need a win need to break through as soon as they can. Thanks very much, guys, for coming on. We'll debut for the season, Scotty, and thanks again, DC. Don't forget, this has been GPL 357. If you want to win this thing, you need to turn up and play well. All the best, and we'll see you on the weekend.